What's up, squeegee slingers and water-fed pole wiggling wagglers, and welcome back to the Tradman YouTube channel. Today we're discussing the most basic way to clean a window that's just out of reach and you're needing to use an extension pole. Perhaps you're a homeowner or you've just started off window cleaning. You're looking for the most basic way to get those slightly higher windows done in a quick and efficient time. So let's have a look at the basic straight pole method. Right then folks, so let's get into it. What you're going to need is an extension pole. You're also going to need a way to actually wash the window. So you will need a window cleaning applicator. Now this method is the most basic method. In a future video we'll go into a bit more advanced techniques and tools, but today's video is very basic and called the straight pull. So with your applicator, which has got a microfiber Unger sleeve on this particular one, it's got a little hole in the handle there which fits on the end locking cone on the end of this pole. This is the Unger OptiLock pole. Again, links will be in the description below. But basically what that does is it just clicks onto there like that and ensures your tool's not going to fall off or spin round the pole when you're agitating the window with your cleaning solution. Now speaking of which, cleaning solution, lots of options out there from professional ones, but you can also use things like your dishwashing soap that you use to wash your dishes. Put some of that either in the bucket, or my personal preference is to actually put a line of dish soap along the applicator, dunk it into a bucket of water, and then apply it to the window. So you'll see here I have a bucket with water in it, okay? So what I'm going to do is just dunk this applicator into the water, and I'm going to just wring out the excess. So I don't need all this solution. We're just doing one demonstration window. So I'm going to squeeze out a lot of the water that is in this applicator, so we're not absolutely saturating the place. Okay, so next thing you want to do is have one hand at the bottom of the pole, one hand either in the middle or nearer the top, depending on how long the pole is. This one's quite short because we're using it on a demonstration window, so I'm just going to hold it like so. Make sure you cover the whole window in your cleaning solution, because if you don't, you'll get lovely dirty smears around the bits that you've missed. So make sure you give the whole window a really nice good scrub like that. Okay, so the whole window is covered in our cleaning solution. Push the little button in on the end locking cone and that will help you to release the tool. All right, so we've got that. What do we need now? We need the squeegee, don't we? So this one in particular is called the Unger Ninja. Very popular tool. One that I've used myself for many years, especially when I first started window cleaning. One of the first professional tools that I got was this premium Unger Ninja. So there's loads of squeegees out there to choose from, but this is just the one we're going to use today. So this technique, the straight pull, there's a couple of different ways to do it, but here's the most common way. The first thing you're going to do is place a squeegee either in the top right or top left corner of the window. So let's do that. Okay, so our squeegee is up there in the top right. We're next going to do a technique called feathering. So what that's going to do is create a little dry section along the top of the window to try and reduce how much we're going to have to wipe up at the top. Now when you wipe the edges of a window, because this type of squeegee and pretty much most squeegees will leave a little bit of solution around the edges of the glass, you will have to do what's called detailing, which is using either a scrim, which is your old school kind of window cleaning cloth, or indeed something like this, which I think is a bit more professional, which is a microfiber cloth. And I'll show you what to do with that in just a second. So using the squeegee, do your feathering. So feathering is doing 3 or 4 little pulls like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put it back to the top and then pull all the way down. Because if I don't do that, it will leave quite a lot of solution at the top of the window. So that's what you want to do. A bit of feathering, then a straight pull. All right. Now you can either dry your squeegee with your cloth, or you can tilt your squeegee to the left because we're going that way, and the solution will run down the squeegee away from the clean glass that we've just cleaned, because we don't want this end completely saturated with our cleaning solution, because when you do the straight pull, you'll be left with a line down the middle of the window. And when we're doing our straight pull, this next one, we want the solution to run up and away from our clean glass. So I'll show you what I mean. Let's do our feathering again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're way to pull straight down. And I'm going to tilt the squeegee this way. So as I'm pulling it down the window, the solution is going to run up the squeegee and away from our clean glass. You don't need too much of a tilt, just a little bit, enough for the solution to go up the squeegee and away from your clean glass. And then on our final pull, just pop it back up in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, tilt the squeegee ever so slightly and all the way down. Now, when you do this technique, you will be left with a bit of detailing to do, as we mentioned before. So grab your cloth, put either 1 or 2 fingers inside of the cloth, and you're going to detail the edges of the window because there's a bit of solution left around the outsides of the glass. So we're going to wipe here, going to wipe along here and down there, and then that is the window complete. And just double check it that you haven't left any smears, especially if the towel or the cloth starts to get rather saturated. There's a potential to leave a smear behind, so try and use it. If it's slightly damp, that's no problem. If it's dry, even better. If it starts to get really wet, change your cloth and get a fresh one. This cloth in particular is called the Unger Ninja Micro Wipe. It's one of my favorite cloths to use, so I'll leave a link to that in the description below as well. It's got these really cool little scrubby pads on the corners, so if you have anything ingrained on the glass, put your fingers up inside the little pouch there, give it a buff, and it's absolutely brilliant for taking off anything that's just been a wee bit stubborn. Now the next method is called doing sevens, so we'll have a look at that. Again, it's a fairly basic technique and you will have some detailing to do when you're finished, but this is just another way to do it. There's many ways to skin a cat, as they say, which I don't know why they say that, it's rather cruel, but hey ho. Here we go. So we're going to soap up the window, again with our applicator, making sure we cover all the glass. Push the little button to release our tool. Get our squeegee. This one in particular is 18 inches long. You do get larger ones than this, so depending on the window you're working on, try and get the biggest squeegee you can that's going to cover at least over half the width of the window you're working on. Try and get it done in as few moves as possible. Right, so what I normally do for a sevens technique is you can start from either here, come across, along and down. Okay, so it's up, along and down like that. And you can see it's created like the number 7 in the solution there. So by doing this method, it's personal preference really. You can just come like this and down, and then your final one, you can tap the squeegee to get excess solution off, and then do your feathering like that. And again, you'll need to detail the window. 2 fingers inside of the cloth on a dry section of the cloth, and just wipe your edges like that. So to be honest, if you're brand new to window cleaning or you're a homeowner, I would go with method number 1, where you just do your straight pull all the way down, straight from top to bottom. Have an experiment doing sevens. We'll do that one again, just so you can see it one more time. Now this particular tool is a little bit tricky in this scenario to use because it's actually a 40-degree handle, and I'm doing it on a window which is, the closing out point is below my waist. So it's a little bit tricky to use this tool in this scenario, but we'll work away with it. Right, so again, we'll soap up our window and we're going to do our 7 technique. Okay, applicator off, squeegee on. Now, the other way you can do it as well, you know, we were starting from here, coming across and down to do our 7. The other kind of 7, if you like, is to start here, come across, come down, then go across here and down. Still creates our 7, you can see, in the clean section. And then you can come across and down, give it a tap, get that excess solution off, do our feathering, 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull down. So again, now this is a technique I used to use for many, many years before moving on to more advanced techniques, but this is for your basic methods and basic use. Okay, so to do the 7s, this is maybe an easy way to do it, rather than having to do your pull like this and cut across and come down. This is an easier way to do it. Come into the middle of the window, go across to the left, come down, go across to the right, and come all the way down at the bottom. Bang, number 7. Then put your squeegee like this, at that kind of angle there, all right? Over the top, down. So we've just got this bit of solution left here. Tap your squeegee, get the excess solution off, do a bit of feathering, 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull all the way down. So we'll take that off. Now, if you can't obviously reach the top of the window, because you obviously, hence why you're using extension pulls, What you can do for the detailing is put your cloth over the end of the pole like that, put it over once, put it over twice, and then start from the bottom corner, either bottom left or bottom right, and just detail those sides. There we are. So that's how you detail on the pole as well. Nothing too fancy, just put it over the top of the end cone and you'll be absolutely fine. So that is the basic way to traditionally clean a window using the straight pull method, either going straight down or doing sevens. So if you just started window cleaning, that's a nice easy method. Or if you're a homeowner, try that and see how you get on. And in a future video, we'll look at more advanced techniques and advanced tools. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video today. Smash the thumbs up button if you did and you found it useful. Again, all the links will be in the description below to all of these tools. And thank you very much for watching. And remember, keep squeegee slinging.